Hey, this is Elijah the Healer 333 coming back to you guys with another video. Today is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to play any music at the beginning. I have some information I really think is crucial for me to get out as soon as possible on this one. So we're going to go straight into the reading. Thank you guys for being here. We got another confirmation, so this is something I think Spirit really wants me to do. Thank you guys for being here. Like, share, and subscribe if this information resonates with you guys, all right? All right, y'all. So the last reading that I had, I told y'all I was going to come back to y'all with this death card. Today was going to be a little bit different. Usually I do my channel messages after I go with these tarot cards. But today I'm going to go with my channel messages first and then go with the actual meaning of death from Google, right? So it's going to definitely be starting out a lot more heavier. So if you have any trigger warnings or anything like that, we are going to be talking about things dealing with death, right? And human trafficking, sacrificing, things like that are taking place. That spirit is kind of nudging me in the right direction on the things that are going on. That I was picking up on this card yesterday, but I just didn't want to say anything before actually getting some Google definitions as well. But I do have to say what I saw, right? I didn't want to say it in the last reading for a reason, right? I needed to do more channeling, more meditation, okay? So right off the back, I'm just going to go off of what I channeled myself just from looking at this picture, okay? I might put some timestamps in there if the actual reading is a lot more lighthearted itself. When I start pulling these cards, I'll put some timestamps, but if it's still a pretty heavy reading through there, we'll just leave it alone, right? All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. Here on this card here, y'all, I definitely saw this. Looks like a man that's been deceased, right, unalived. This right here looked like a crown to me that's on the floor. It could be lava, right? I don't know if this is lava, this yellow stuff. Could be gold, right? Because the actual definition, which I'm going to get into with you guys later, is this card is actually just means new beginnings, a death to evil things, bad things. And that's what I told you guys on the last one, right? And just a new beginning. It's right, starting out that cycle that you're going through. You're getting out of that cycle, right? That curse, whatever it is, and you're moving straight forward on something, right? But I have to tell y'all what I saw through this, okay? I've been telling y'all about the energy I've been picking up about this human trafficking, okay? I don't know about you guys, but when I go to Walmart, in front of the bathroom, I see a lot of kids on those posters, okay? Stolen kids. So what I picked up from this is these people that are involved in this, these evil organizations, they may be killing people, these kids' parents, and stealing the kids. Okay, that's the first thing that I picked up on this. Okay, and then also I'm seeing, like I said, trigger warning, right? So either skip forward to the actual reading or not, right? I'm seeing, if I saw scrapes and ruffles on that king's face when I channeled that, I have to tell y'all what I see here. Okay, they're harming these kids as well. Okay, we got a priest here praying that this comes to an end. Holy people are praying that these evil things are going to be coming to an end. Okay, but I have to tell y'all what I see here. They're harming these kids. They may be sacrificing these kids, right? Who knows, right? It's something that we can't understand, right? As chosen beings, like we just can't understand evil that deep, right? So again, human trafficking, right? May signify people who are killing people and stealing their kids. Okay, the death card. When I wrote this down, as soon as I wrote down death card, you hear that popping in the background. That's my refrigerator. Yesterday, my plastic bottle that I drank water out of was kept popping. I said that was confirmation. Popping plastic bottles. Okay, it's spirit saying, yeah, you're talking about something that's true. That's really going on. Okay. All right. They harm children. They may be unaliving, sacrificing children. Okay. these evil organizations, whatever they got going on, when they steal these kids for, I heard some weird stuff about how they like drank their blood to stay young or whatever. Like, I don't know. But hopefully I can help if anybody's watching this and actually believes in the spiritual realm as well, and you're in law enforcement, or you have strings to pull. Maybe if some parents had died and the children are missing as well, this is kind of maybe pushing you in the right direction towards something. All right. This type of evil is coming to an end soon. Okay. I also, when I wrote this down, spirit was really messing with me. I'm talking goosebumps. When I wrote this down, 100, that's why I put down 100%, because this evil organization that are doing these things at a mass scale like that, it's coming to an end for sure. Spirit was giving me nothing but goosebumps when I wrote that down and moving forward on this channel. Okay, so this evil is coming to an end, and that's what death is about, putting an end to this bullshit right here, right? All right, when I channeled this energy, I couldn't eat, I couldn't think straight. It's a sadness I've never felt before, okay? I think I was channeling the energy of the children that had passed, however they went. And like those goosebumps, you know, their spirit is telling me, yeah, you're channeling energy from kids that passed, and you're channeling energy from kids that are still alive, okay? I sent them a prayer, right? I said, God be with you, you know. It was pretty deep, okay? I don't want to go too deep into it, okay? So this morning, but right before I started this channel, like I told you on the last message, I always pray and meditate before I come in. As soon as I started getting my meditation ready, a low-flying plane flew over the roof of my apartment, super low, okay? They have no more power, right? It's no more an annoyance. It's no more of an annoyance than a fly or a gnat. A gnat or a fly would be more annoying. So they have no more power, okay? They may be making noise right now. All right, they're irrelevant to me now. My powers have gotten stronger due to God leveling me up to get up in front of here and tell you guys this stuff, right? And that you may be able to relate to that. Your powers may be coming up, your spiritual powers, your mental strength. Things may be leveling up for you in life, all right? You may be feeling a lot more bold. Okay, we conquer over evil. The light will always prevail, okay? The letter Y kept on resonating with me. I forgot to put it in psychic in one of my last cards in the readings. And I think I forgot to put it on something else I was writing down. So I put a Y on top of something. It might be on one of these cards, but the letter Y is significant. It may just be you, right? So lighting it up a little bit before we go into these cards. Let's bring this energy. Let's alchemize this energy, right? So moving forward, like this is all coming to an end, guys. Satan's rule is coming to an end. All right. This organization, these evil things that are done at a mass scale, it's coming to an end. All right. Satan's rule is over, period. Okay. Let me go ahead and read off of what death actually means, okay, before we actually start talking about ourselves as chosen ones, okay? So Google Gemini, okay? Don't let the name scare you. In the world of tarot, okay? Don't let the name scare you. In the world of tarot, drawing the death card is rarely about physical ending. Instead, it's one of the most positive cards for personal growth, representing the death of a phase, so something better can come or begin, right? Here's the breakdown, right? Core meaning, transformation. The death card signifies a major transition. It is about closing a door, clearing out the old, and making space for a fresh start. It suggests that you are at the end of a cycle and must let go of something, a habit, a relationship, or a mindset that no longer serves you. Key symbolisms. In the image, the art is packed with symbolism that softens the scary theme. The white horse represents purity and the idea that that this change is a natural cleansing force. The rising sun. Okay, I said it looked like a sunset. It's actually a rising sun. Look between the two towers in the background. The sun is rising, symbolizing immortality and new beginnings after the dark night, right? All this evil shit that's going on, it's coming to an end, period. Okay. God's running this. He may let things happen just so he can see how far these motherfuckers are going to take it, right? And then he's going to go ahead and take them out. All right, the figures. Death is no respecter of status. He faces a king who has fallen, a child, and a bishop. This suggests that change is a universal constant that affects everyone. Okay, so it really just means change, guys. But I had to tell y'all what I saw in this reading. Okay, I have to tell y'all what I see. I can't just tell y'all what I see on certain cards and then hold back, right? The spirit was nudging me to talk about this, and it's something to it, okay? Because if you saw that one last video with the pinnacle, the one hand with the pinnacle in it, like our wish was being granted, but I started that out with talking about human trafficking and how they're stealing kids, because that same night that I channeled that information, Iron, I'll get back to you guys with the name of his channel, but he has like over 91,000 subs, and he said that night the same thing. The FBI is involved. It's human trafficking. Kids are involved. Same thing I was saying, guys. So I have to take it more serious now. All right, the white rose, right? But like I said, this is all coming to an end. So just stay focused on that. We have to stay positive, knowing that God's going to put an end to this. Okay. The white rose, the black flag, features a white rose of York, which symbolizes rebirth and purification. Okay. Context, general meaning, a period of deep transformation and necessary endings. Love, a relationship may be ending, or you are moving past an old version of your dynamic to start fresh. Career, a job or project is finishing, or you are undergoing a massive shift in your professional identity. Advice, don't resist. The more you fight the change, the harder it will be. Embrace the new chapter. Okay, quick tip, last one. If you pulled this card alongside the tower, the change might be sudden. If you pulled it with the sun, the transformation will lead to incredible happiness very soon. Excuse me. Confirmation. Okay. So if you guys remember in that last reading, I pulled this death card with a lot of other cards too, but the sun wasn't too far away from it. Maybe one or two cards between it. So we did pull the sun with it. Okay. And I was saying the sun is very significant. Okay. So beautiful things are going to happen. The end of this evil shit is coming, right? And then a new beautiful beginning is gonna take place. Okay. God's chosen ones are taking over. All right, period. Okay, so moving on from this, okay, guys, we transmuted this. We'll put it to the side somewhere. Okay, we're gonna pull some different cards today. All right, we didn't even have to transmute it because death is transmutation. Death is transformation for the better. Okay. All right, so moving on. You guys may be dealing with this. You may have outgrew. That's what I was saying. Why moving on to just us as chosen ones, right? As a matter of fact, let me take this out the pile over here, okay? This stuff. It's a different type of energy right there, y'all. It's definitely got to come to an end, and it will. All right, moving on to you as a chosen one, right? Us as chosen ones. You outgrew the people from your past. They want you to feel small because they feel small. You may be dealing with something like that, where someone just ghosted you out of nowhere. You thought you were cool with them. You may have been achieving a lot in life recently, and they may be in the same spot they were. Okay, this stuff may resonate with you, okay? Moving on, okay? These numbers kept on coming up last night, okay? 1123 and 1144, okay? Okay, so this number, the sequence in this photo is what Google said is interesting because it contains the first 5 numbers of the Fibonacci sequence, 11235, followed by the powerful repetition of 1144. This combination suggests a message about structured growth and manifesting a solid future. Here is a breakdown of what these numbers signify. The Fibonacci sequence, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, the first half of your number, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5 mirrors the mathematical pattern of nature in a spiritual context. The sequence represents natural organic growth, step-by-step progress. It signals that you are building something where each step relies on the one before it. Trust in the process. It is a nudge that you are on the right path for personal and spiritual expansion. Creative awakening. The combination of 1, 1, and 3 specifically points towards fresh energy, creativity, and taking the lead in your own life. The core changes. 511. The middle of the sequence acts as a bridge. Imminent transformation. Again, with the transformation. The number of 511 is a clear sign that positive change is coming. Releasing the old. It encourages you to let go of old patterns to make room for new opportunities. The solid foundation, 1144. The sequence ends with a strong call to action. 1144 is often called the architect number. Manifestation, your thoughts and intentions are rapidly turning into reality right now. Hard work and stability, while the ones represent new beginnings, the fours demand discipline and building a robust foundation for your future. Take the lead. This is an auspicious sign to pursue career ambitions or major life shifts as the universe is supporting your efforts. Okay? So the mindset, right, your thoughts are shaping your reality. Personal growth, you are undergoing a spiritual awakening. You may be undergoing a spiritual awakening. You may have just went through a few of them. You may have just went through your first one. Action. It is time to move from dreaming to doing. So whatever you guys been thinking about doing, if you haven't already started on it, start getting the ball rolling on it. It's time. Okay. Sorry. All right, y'all. Moving on from my channel messages, and now we're gonna go ahead and pull from the pop art deck. Just 1 second. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, then come back and shuffle these cards. All right, y'all. I'm back. We're gonna start out with the Rider-Waite deck. Sure you guys got a good look on it. Let's pray we get some good energy. Here I go again. Thank you, Spirit, for creating the angels, ancestors, prophets. So we got here, y'all. So I'll pull one out for today, since we already pulled the death out. We got the Emperor again, y'all. So we're definitely being protected, okay? So if you guys are getting any nudges to start coming out with psychic information that you think you're getting as well, don't be afraid to come out with it, okay? This is all of us together are going to be able to take these organizations down, okay? And if you're feeling alone out there, God is protecting you first, right? And then He has His helpers, right? There's good and bad in every organization, okay? You're always going to find that, but these good people, God is guiding them, okay? You may be someone very powerful yourself, right? Got that globe in your hand. You achieved a lot. We were just talking about that. You may be achieving a lot at this time, and you're already sitting on your throne, or this could be your future, okay? You're definitely someone that's wise. You don't have to be old. You could have just have an old spirit, right? We're just gonna pull one from the Rider-Waite, since we already went on the death card. Never mind, we'll pull one more. Spirit's got it sliding on us. Okay, let's see what it is. Ace of Wands, okay? So for me, looks like literally magic, okay? Magic is taking place in your life. God is aligning everything. You may be experiencing a lot of synchronicities. Synchronicities, right? That's nothing but God's magic. God is lining everything up to you. It's not personally, in my opinion, it's not really personally my magic, our magic. It's God literally working through. I remember one time when I first started doing meditations and like saving like meditations to my playlist and stuff like that, I was being nudged to watch this spiritual video, and then I wasn't going to add it to the playlist. So I was going to keep scrolling, and it's a sunny day. Get this, right? It was a sunny day. Literally a cloud flew over my room and my signal was stuck. I could not move my phone. And it was just stuck on that spiritual video. And it was about like, hey, God wants you to watch this video. And it would not move until I saved that video to my phone. And then that cloud flew right back over and my phone could move again. When I saw that, I always knew that God's power was something else, but it's just crazy how he lines up everything. You cannot get away from him. That's why I'm saying all that evil shit that's going on, God is definitely going to take care of it. He's just waiting for the right time. Okay, we have to be prepared to be in his alliance, to be one of those people, right? I see a castle in the background. I see beauty in the background. I see a lake. Everything is being aligned for you, okay? Your wish is being granted. And life is about to get really beautiful for you, right? That's what that death card really means at the end of the day. I might have found some evil energy on it, right? That's what Source wanted me to talk about. That's why, okay? But we got some really good cards today, y'all. I think Spirit wants me to start pulling more cards, definitely. I will start pulling them once I get a little bit more comfortable. All right. We'll pull about four from the pop art. What up, right? We got the Empress. Okay. You may be someone that is already enjoying your life, a beautiful life, okay? A life of luxury. And if not, you're still living your life like it's golden. You're living your life like you're in luxury. And guess what? That's how you get to this, right? That's how you get to this, is appreciating what you already have if you're not already there, right? You may be someone that views yourself kind of, oh, you fancy, huh? Type, right? Nothing wrong with that, right? It's okay to be confident in yourself and take care of yourself, right? All right. So let's go ahead and just read off of this, okay? The Empress, sensuality, a committed and loving relationship, supportive coworkers, a creative and productive phase at work. Generosity, sharing your wealth, and financial abundance. So you may be someone that's sharing your wealth as well, and right, helping others. We've been getting a lot of generosity and stuff. We've gotten the Empress about two or three times in these readings, y'all. So someone out there is definitely enjoying life, or you're about to start enjoying life, and others around you will as well. So make sure you got the right people around you that aren't using you, things like that. Make sure you got some other chosen ones around you. Okay. Intellect, okay? You may be someone that's very smart. You may be an attractive nerd. You may just be attractive, right? And very smart. You pay attention to detail. See how she's got her hand on those glasses and she's looking at something, right? She looks very focused, and her mind is very sharp. Look at that sword. Her mind is very sharp. She can cut someone with her words. She can cut someone with even her thoughts. Okay, this may be a very powerful psychic right here. You may be a very powerful psychic that you may not even know your own strength. I'm getting like a rogue from X-Men. Not even like, you know what I mean? Like kind of afraid of your own power, almost. Okay. Intellect, okay? An intellectually stimulating relationship, an ambitious and intelligent person, new career opportunities, new ideas for generating income or wealth. I wanted to say wealth, right? So you may be very smart, book smart, common sense, business savvy, right? You may be creating something from nothing, right? You may do that a lot in life. You may already be someone that does this, right? Take it as it resonates here. All right. We got 2 more. All right. Nice. So we got a bad card in reverse, so that makes it good. Okay, awesome. We don't have to do no transmuting today, y'all. We're getting really good energy. Okay. Right off the back, I see that pixelated look to these cards. So this could also be the Matrix right here for anybody that, if you do feel like this, just know it's all the Matrix. See that how it's not really real. It's pixelated. There's a design to it all, right? Something is designed to make you feel this way if you feel this way, right? But right, chosen ones, we already know how to transmute this, right? And if you're just learning how to do this, this is all you do. To transmute something, if you're feeling this way, turn it upside down. And really you're turning it upside right? All right, so just know, depression, I've been there before in the military, right? The worst type you can be. The worst situation you could really think of, right? 3 surgeries, horrible authority, especially at the top. I had good authority as well at the top, but mostly horrible authority, right? Figures around me, so I had no power. So I was depressed with no power, nowhere to go, nowhere to run, unless I wanted to not get any benefits, right? If you go AWOL, right, you don't get anything and you go to jail. So I had nowhere to go, nowhere to run. I had to deal with it. I had to do this. Turn that frown upside down. Okay, have fun with it, right? Make something out of it, right? So what I did was just started documenting all the bullshit that was going on, and now I have an Inspector General complaint on the whole base. So now I can probably end up making some money or like getting my story out there or whatever. We're gonna figure out about that. It's been about a year. I still haven't heard from him, so we'll be pushing forward on that soon. All right, so reading from this, right? Healing from old emotional wounds, a job loss leading to a better opportunity, recovery from a career setback, relief from financial losses, rebuilding financial stability. Okay, this is where you are. Okay, if not yet, then you will be. Okay, if you are, good job. Way to push through that. I know how it is. Yeah, great energy, y'all. Let's keep going. Leadership. We're doing it today, y'all. We're turning up. All right. You got that watch. You're not playing about your time. You may be in perfect alignment. You got that bat. You're not playing physically, mentally, spiritually. You're suited up. You're suited and booted. You're ready. Okay. You're not playing. You got your fashion, your sunglasses on. You ain't got time for the haters. Like Kid Cudi said, wear those sunglasses that show the haters back to themselves. Let them look at themselves in the mirror when they look at you, so they can see how ugly they look, right? When they're frowning at you because you're living a beautiful life and stepping into your leadership. Man, what's going on with this light today, y'all? Getting a lot of light from the sun as well because I opened the blinds. It could just be sun, right? The light. You may be coming into a lot of leadership. You're very bright, right? Obviously with the intellect. So that light is just showing, right? You're stepping into leadership because you have the light within, right? To do so. God gave you that brightness. God gave you that bright mind, right? King, queen energy, okay? All right, leadership, a charismatic partner, okay? Taking the intuitive, the initiative in love, career achievement, holding a respective position, financial stability, generosity again towards others, okay? Being very generous. Don't forget that as well. Give back, right? To the people that have nothing. Kind of nudged on the Bible just then. Maybe relevant for someone. Okay. All right, y'all. We'll be calling this soon after I get these 2 Keanu decks out, going back over what we pulled. Call it a day. Okay, Spirit wanted me to just get to it today so I can work on music and do other things that I know I need to do as well, but I have to get this energy out there, this information out there to you guys. Firstly today. The next video, there'll probably be some music at the beginning, right? But I had to keep it real professional today and tight, all right? All right, let's see what we got. Fight. Okay. This is from the movie Constantine, right? You may be fighting a lot of demons within yourself, within others, right? Spiritual. It's a spiritual battle. It's a mental battle first, right? It may be physical. You may have to defend yourself, right? Be ready. But be ready on all cylinders, right? Balance, mental, spiritual, physical. Okay? Be ready for these demons that play tricks and games to throw you out of alignment. Okay? He's basically a kick-ass exorcist. If you haven't seen Constantine, I think you should watch that. It's one of the scary movies that really just aren't that scary because there's so much action in it. But if you're really not into horror, if you really get scared easily, it might scare you. But it's not that scary, honestly. It's more cool. It's more cool than scary, for sure. Okay? So not much to go off the counter decks, but what we have here, right? You may be someone already like that I know I had to do that. I had to go and get holy water from Jerusalem in my dorm room because my roommate had a Chucky doll on a Ouija board after I went into psychosis. He tried to get me to go back into psychosis, just an evil little motherfucker, right? Throwing fingernails and his toenails up under my bed, trying to do witchcraft on me and shit. Okay, he was very lucky that I didn't go physical on him, but I told my sergeants to get me out of there because I would literally, I felt like I was gonna hurt that little dude, right? But anyways, right? Discipline, strength, right? I don't know why I was called to say discipline. It took a lot of discipline not to haul off on them, right? On someone that's trying to literally make you go into psychosis, right? You may be dealing with demons like that just have no limit to their evil, to the evil ways, right? Right. No, you have some discipline and get through it, right? Fight mentally and spiritually before you got to go physical. All right. Grow. Okay. I saw that a lot today with growth and generosity. There's a lot of technology involved with this one. Okay. Use your technology. How I started using my iPhone to pull up this information now for you guys, right? I'm able to pull up more information during the readings and get that information out to you guys properly in time in a punctual way, right? Punctual manner. You may have vision for growth. You may have really good vision for growth, creating things, right? Yeah, I'm seeing the fashion as well. You may be someone that likes to get suited up, right? You may be very tech savvy. Okay, keep growing. That's how we're gonna grow as a society, as a humanity, right? With this technology, don't be afraid of the technology. Don't be afraid of the AI. Like a lot of these people are saying, oh, it's the mark of the beast. No, we're creating this. God's got this. I can't tell you how many sermons and spiritual things I get from AI. All this stuff that I'm telling you guys, I'm Googling a lot of this. Right, I go off of what I see first, and then I Google it, and then they level me up even more. Okay, I've literally seen the presence of God, felt the presence of God in technology before. So God can possess inanimate objects if He wants, right? He can possess. He can. I don't want to say possess, but He can go inside of the technology as well. Okay, like I said with my phone, that time I was trying to use my phone, and He said, "Oh, God wants you to hear this message." I said, "Oh, whatever," and I kept trying to scroll. What happened? That cloud flew over my window, blocked out the sun, and my technology was not working anymore. I couldn't scroll. When I pressed save, that was the only thing I could do was press save and press it to watch it, right? That's God right there, okay? In my estimation. All right, y'all, we're moving on, okay? Going over this before we get out of here. All right, the way we pulled it, right? The emperor, okay? You're someone with a lot of authority, very wise. This also talks about protection. You're someone that's very protected, right? By God, by others, by agencies. You just can't see, right? God is putting his hand in your life, okay? He's making things happen for you. Alignment, whatever it may be. The Empress, right? You may be enjoying the finer things in life. Even if you're not there yet, you're enjoying your life, okay? You're very intellectual, right? Very smart, sharp mind, okay? You may be healing from wounds. You may be already have to heal from wounds, these matrix wounds, right? That were designed to make you feel the certain way. And once you understand the design to it, they can't keep tricking you, right? You've healed from that stuff. Okay, I'm guided to say you've healed. Okay, so tell yourself that if you don't feel that way, moving forward, leadership. Okay, you're someone that's stepping into leadership. That light wouldn't move. It kept on acting crazy with this one. You have a light. You have a bright mind on you. Okay, that's made for leadership. Okay, you're someone that can fight mentally, spiritually, physically, definitely spiritually. Okay, you fight these demons spiritually. Okay, and you're someone that's very tech savvy, or you may be called to do that. Okay, grow with the technology, grow within. Okay, all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here again. Y'all have a blessed weekend, and I'll be back to you guys with another one. Like, share, and subscribe if you resonated. Thank you.